Hey, welcome back, everybody. This is Mike Brenner coming to you with the Brenner Blast and the Brenner Breakdown for Sunday, November 4th. All right, guys, coming off a bad day yesterday. You know, you got to take the good with the bad in this business, but by God, sometimes it gets frustrating. But we did have a big ticket casher with the Georgia Tech Yellow Jackets. They certainly got it done. But on the other hand, that teaser did not cash. All right, let's get it done today. We got NFL and we've got NBA, and I'm feeling pretty good about both of these picks. I've got two picks at the end of this video. NFL, Pittsburgh at Baltimore. These two always play each other tough. Baltimore favored -2. The total sitting at 47. Then you got the New York Jets going to take on Miami. Dolphins are favored -3. The Jets, Sam Darnold, they had one good week early in the season. Everybody said, you know, crowning this guy the quarterback king to come, but it has not happened so far. Miami favored -3, the total at 42. Then you got Kansas City Chiefs -7.5 on the road going to take on Cleveland. That could be a trap game, guys. You got 84% of the public betting on Kansas City. That total sitting at 52. Tampa Bay at Carolina. Okay, again, Jameis Winston's out. Fitzpatrick's back in. Carolina's defense looks stout, and right now Cam Newton looks dangerous. Carolina favored at home -6.5. Then you got Atlanta going to take on Washington. This ought to be a battle. Washington, Adrian Peterson, hats off to the guy. All right, bottom line, he's just running his ass off. And right now, Alex Smith is holding down fort at quarterback position. Washington favored over Atlanta -2. The total sitting at 47.5. Then you got those Detroit Lions going to take on Minnesota. All right, I don't know. Stafford, he didn't look too sharp last game. Minnesota, Kirk Cousins, that offense is lethal. Minnesota favored -4.5. The total sitting at 48.5. Here's another one that could be a trap game. Chicago -10 at Buffalo. The total's at 37.5 for crying out loud. So be careful on that 10. I don't know. That could be a trap game. Then you got the Chargers at Seattle. This is a pick'em. The total's at 48, and this should be a really good ball game. I think these are two teams that are starting to show that they are playoff worthy. All right, guys, the next game is LA Rams at New Orleans. That's right. The undefeated LA Rams are favored -2 at New Orleans. The total is sitting at 57.5. And then you got Houston at Denver. This ought to be an interesting game as well. Denver underperforming. Case Keenum's not the answer there. And besides Von Miller, that defense has not done much of anything. Houston, they're picking up momentum. All right, they've won 5 in a row, so we'll see what happens. Denver -1, and the total sitting at 45. Then tonight, you got a classic. Green Bay at New England. Two quarterbacks that respect each other, two quarterbacks that bring it, and two quarterbacks that will certainly be in the Hall of Fame. Right now, New England favored -5.5. The total sitting at 56.5. All right, that's NFL. Let's get into some NBA. 3 games to talk about. Sacramento at Milwaukee. Right now, the up-and-coming Bucks are favored -10. The total, 235.5. Then you got Toronto at LA Lakers. Toronto favored -1 on the road. All right, totals at 237. LA Lakers got that win last night, but you know LeBron's got to be due for a day of rest, and he could do that at any time, so I'd be careful there. Then you got Orlando at the Spurs. The Spurs are a whole new-look team with DeRozan. Aldridge are really fitting in good. Spurs favored -9. That total sitting at 207.5. All right, guys, I got 2 free picks, one in NFL and I got one in NBA. And you know what? Hey, anybody can talk, but I back it up. And when I lose, I own it. And I have not been producing on the private picks, not like I'm used to doing. So I will turn this around. So if you hang in there, all right, you're going to be the beneficiary. Free pick NFL. Pull that trigger, baby. Taking the dog. I like the New Orleans Saints +2. That's right. I think, matter of fact, the Rams, I think, are going down. I think this could be an outright win, but I'm going to take the insurance with +2. I think the Saints have what it takes offensively to confuse that defense. All right. Second pick, pull that trigger with the Milwaukee Bucks on the first quarter -3. That's right. First quarter, Milwaukee. They're going to want to come out at home, establish the pace against Sacramento, and then take it from there. All right, guys, that's 2 free picks. Again, the Saints on the full game +2, and Milwaukee Bucks in NBA on the first quarter -3. It's the weekend. It's family time. I'm taking off to do some things with my daughters today, going to a carnival and a fair, so I'm not getting wrapped up in all the action. But, guys, I'm going to bounce back. We're going to get it done. Get a hold of me, MikeBrennerSports@gmail.com. Take care of your family today. Bet discipline. Make sure you bet responsible. Beat your bookie and build that bank back up with Brenner, because we're going to get it done today. And don't forget, that Brenner Blast and that Brenner Breakdown is coming to you, baby, in the NBA, Milwaukee on the first quarter, NFL, New Orleans Saints, +2 on the full game.